My name's Joe Truman. I'm a Team GB track cyclist training for the Olympics. Yeah, so I think people underestimate the importance of upper body for cyclists, especially track cyclists, but also for road cyclists. Obviously, we're leg dominant. The thing that makes us go fast are our legs, but at the end of the day, our arms are supporting us for the hours on end, and they're also moving the bike around when we're out the saddle. So upper body is not as important, but it is very important to cycling performance. So number one for me would be a 45-degree banded row. As cyclists, we spend a lot of time bent forward, and I think the banded row really allows us to open up our thoracic, get our shoulders back. I think for me that would be number one because it's almost a health and a well-being thing for cyclists. It won't necessarily make you faster on the bike, but it's going to make you more resilient to injuries and less prone to getting niggles when you're coming from long road rides. In terms of the banded row, I think for commuters it'll be even more important because you're up early in the morning going to work, you're probably not stretched before you're on the bike, and then you spend possibly time at the office and then you're back on the bike all the time in a flexed upper back position. A banded row would be really beneficial to injury prevention. For me, number two exercise would be the bench press. It's obviously a fundamental exercise for anyone, but I think for cyclists it would be really beneficial because you're working your chest and your shoulders, and it allows you to sort of press on the bars when you're out of the saddle. For me, in a standing start and on the track when we're putting out high power, almost 2,500 watts, you want to sort of be able to control that bike well, and I think just having general upper body, arm, chest, shoulder strength is going to be really beneficial for that. Number three for me would be a half kneeling landmine press. Cycling is obviously a unilateral exercise, only one leg's sort of pushing down each time, and similar with a half kneeling landmine press, you're working that leg and this arm at the same time. So when you're climbing up those hills or you're trying to get to the end of a sprint, you're working obviously swinging the bike, and it's obviously opposite with your legs, so left leg working while your right arm's pulling, and it carries over very well onto the bike. So just enough to sort of get it working. It doesn't need to be a big pump and it doesn't need to be maximal strength. I'd probably do 3 sets of 8 or something around that.